Yeah, that rhymed as well. Yeah, so I saw loads of people jumped in the chat already. It's crazy. I don't know. Well, actually, I do know why. I set the stream for 7. Well, I set it originally for 6:45, then I had to move it to 7 because I hadn't done finished. I hadn't done finished prepping my tea. That doesn't sound right. I wasn't done finished prepping. No, even that doesn't sound right. Oh, we'll start again. I hadn't finished my tea. Let's just say that. So it got to about 18:35, 6:35, and I thought, oh, I better change it. So I changed it to 7. It's not a regular time. Going to go back to 6:45 next week. It's just sometimes I am late and I have to sort my little timings out. So anyway, we are here now. It's all good. We've got plenty of people in. In fact, the little watch counter hasn't updated yet, so it's still saying non-people in. Oh, there we go. It's updated. 20 people in. So got 20 people in so far, which is crazy since we've only just come on. So got a little thing down below. I sussed out the banner thing. I was having a play around with StreamYard because I still don't know what I'm doing really with it, with all these different things, techie stuff that's going on with it. But I found out how to do a banner, so I did a little banner. So anyway, we'll do some shout outs. So we've got Tommy in here, we've got Tracy, we've got Peter, we've got Georgina, we have got who else? So it's gonna jump again. We've got Chris in here, we've got Derek in here, we've got Kat in here, we've got Peter in here, we've got Jennifer in here, we've got Chelsea in here. Wow, there's a lot of people joining tonight. Don't know why there's so many, but there's like that, isn't it? I find that over the weeks it's weird. Some weeks you have hardly any, and then the next week you have loads. It's weird. Anyway, I don't know. Double Karma, a regular again. Most of the regulars are in. And I think that's about it. There might be another couple of people who've Tap Peddler's in, another Derek. We've got Money Mental in. We've got who else have we got in? Ashley's in. And I think that's about it. So that's everyone. Ashley says, good evening, everyone. Happy New Year to you, Ads. Thank you very much. That reminds me as well. I need to say, have I said Happy New Year on video yet? I don't know. But Happy New Year anyway to everyone watching. I don't think I have. It's the 2nd, isn't it? So I don't think I have. So Happy New Year. I didn't really do much of to be honest, that night, the New Year's Eve was just a normal night for me. I did not do anything. In fact, for the past, I would even say for most of my life, I've not really done anything New Year's Eve, apart from, maybe when I was a child going to a few New Year's Eve parties. But it's funny, for me, New Year's Eve has always been a kind of oddly normal day or oddly normal night. But I am thinking maybe next year or the year after, I'll possibly do something a little bit exciting for New Year's. But yeah, this year it was, and I think for the last few years it hasn't been anything incredibly special. Hi guys, off and on listings. RJ says, "Oh, you're doing some listings." We've got Demon Flyer in, we've got Kelly in, a few new faces in here actually as well. I can see tonight, and we've got Sail Away 1975 in, another regular. So if you got, the drill. You know the drill by now. If you've got any questions, whack them in the chat. What do I want to talk about? There's something I want to talk about. Oh yeah, that's it. So I was talking about that new show that I'm thinking of doing at some point in the new year. Well, I'm thinking of doing that on Saturday. So that is, it's 2 days away, isn't it? Thursday tonight. So I'm thinking of doing that Saturday in the evening time. Now, I did think, I know I said it last week, I could do it on a Saturday. But I thought, but I know a few people don't do shows. The reason that there's not really many shows on a Saturday night is because generally there's not as many people about on a Saturday night watching live streams. They've got events on, they're going here, there, and everywhere. They're going around a friend's house or whatever it may be. But I'm going to try it on a Saturday night because really I've not got much scope for when I can do it, because so many people have different live streams in the evenings now. I'm just going to clash, obviously if I go on a Friday night, there's plenty on a Friday night. I think on a Wednesday night, there's possibly one or two. On a Monday night, there's Carboot Chris. I think there's is there one on a Tuesday night as well? I'm not sure, but yeah. And there's also even another one on a Thursday night normally as well, isn't there? Or sometimes there is. What is it? Is it Andrew or someone normally goes live anyway on a Thursday? So yeah, it's, you know, I think Saturday night is sort of an open spot. I mean, I know Andrew actually goes live on a Friday, doesn't he? Most of the time we're drinking with Andrew. So yeah, I think a Saturday night is good because it's an open slot, but it's whether, you know, people are around and stuff. But anyway, I'll obviously do it Saturday, and if let's say not many people join, I might change it to a different time, but it will be in the evening. I'll do that show in the evening like I do Thursday Talks in the evening, because then obviously people who are at work in the day will be able to catch it if, let's say, I was doing it on a Tuesday or a Thursday or Friday or whenever. So yeah, that's that. I won't say anything more about it because I talked about it loads last week and I gave a general idea of what it was and all that sort of stuff. So you're just going to wait a couple of days and then you'll kind of see what that's about. I do need to do a little bit of prep around that tomorrow as well, because I've not really done much prep for it. Yeah, too many lives to mention. There is a lot of lives. Oh, also, yeah, I've updated this this little color scheme as well. I've got on for like this little purple, I suppose, purpley blue. Yeah, I didn't know you could do all that. You know, I've gone into all the settings on StreamYard and I found so much stuff that you can do. I didn't even realize you could do all this stuff. So then, this is weird. I've got you on silent. You've got me on silent. Is that's definitely just you and not everyone else, right? And I have got my mic on, so no one said that they can't hear me or anything, so I guess it's just you. But yeah, I suppose it is weird when you've got someone on silent when we're on a video, because you can see their lips moving, but you don't know exactly what they're saying. It's quite funny. So yeah, Ashley said, what things are you looking forward to most in 2020? Well, I've been alluding to this restructuring, these plans I've got in 2020, and I'm still not going to say about them. So the thing that excites me the most about 2020 is something I can't say yet, or it's not that I can't physically say it, but it's that obviously I'm withholding the information there because it's not, as I've said, you know, a few weeks ago, it's a plan that isn't set in stone yet. And if I start talking about it and then it doesn't come off, then, you know, there's no point. Like, it gets everyone excited and then I get myself more excited and then it just doesn't come off. And it's like, oh, right, brilliant, you know? So, yeah. But the thing that I'm most excited about is something I'm not going to talk about, or I can't talk, or I'd say I'm not going to talk about. So, yeah, I can't really say, but there is something that just know if it happens, as I've said it before, if it happens, it's something huge. I will do a video about it, as I've said before. And yeah, it will be very, very exciting. But that thing is the thing I'm most looking forward to, and rightly so. But other than that, I suppose, you know what I'm actually quite excited for? I know these are little things, but trying new things out on YouTube. I want to try new videos out, and this is all centered around the reselling. You know, it's not necessarily, I'm not going to do random. I mean, as I've said in the past, I'll probably do odds and sods here of random videos, but I mean, you know, doing different styles of videos and doing different things on my channel as well. I want to try that. That's something that I am looking forward to, and that I don't know why, but I seem to have a bit of motivation for that at the moment. So yeah, I'm just trying at the moment, really, and over the last few days, I've just been trying to structure in my mind and try and find that reselling related thing that I can do on YouTube, that I can actually set up a regular show around. Not necessarily the show that's coming on Saturday. I'm just thinking about other things as well here aside from that. Because obviously, you know, I'm addicted to YouTube and doing different things and stuff. So one new show isn't enough to satisfy my craving for it. So, you know, I'm thinking about different formats, and I'm trying to think of a format that I can do that's very basic, that's pretty simple, but that's very effective, and that actually, you know, people can get behind and people can get excited about, and I can get excited about. And you know, I was thinking yesterday something that's really, I don't know, it's just come to a thought in my mind. I thought, for so long, I've done videos, you know, obviously on the channel, I've done the 10 sales in 10 minutes videos, or I've done the haul videos that can be 30 minutes sometimes, 20, 30 minutes. And I thought, you know what? I've never really, for a good period of time, I've done short videos every now and then, but I've never really done short, consistent videos. So what I mean by that is videos that are maybe 5 minutes in length, but I'm doing, 4 or 5 of them a week rather than let's say 1 or 2 15, 20 minutes. And I thought that's an idea that I don't know whether everyone would get behind necessarily, but it's an idea I at least want to try because it'll be something interesting. So I've been thinking a little bit about that and the plans that I have with that, in 2020, and thinking, well, possibly I could do some sort of, essentially, I had the ad show and I had the sales and I had the haul and I had the thing, and that was a brilliant format. And at some point in the future, I intend to return to that as well. But in the meantime, I'm thinking maybe if I could do something similar to that, but in a very short show, or not necessarily cramming 3 segments in 5 minutes because it would be too much, but possibly do a 5-minute video on one segment, 5-minute super quick sales update, and the next day do another segment, and the next day do another segment, and have it in like a little almost a show, but that's a continuous show over the weeks kind of thing in these little 5-minute segments. And the reason I want to do the 5-minute segments is one of the things on the ad show that I did love, but that was getting too much, I was putting far too much time into it, was the editing, as I talked about. But doing these little 5-minute sections, I could manage the editing better because it's not, 5-minute video to edit. Even if I'm editing it really well, it's not going to take forever. So I think if I did, maybe I could probably do 4 of them a week, no trouble. And because I was doing I was editing an hour-long ad show every week. So, 4 or 5 of them, each week would be fine. But it would be bite-sized little chunks that people don't have a lot of time, right? This is what I'm thinking as well. People are doing reselling, right? They're going out there sourcing, they're going out there and, listing stuff and, I don't know, all the normal stuff we do, packing stuff and taking stuff to the post office and going on trips here, there and everywhere, whatever it may be. And so we don't necessarily have loads and loads of time. So I'm thinking people would actually gain more if I were to shorten down my videos to say a 5-minute sales update. So I pack maybe 5 or 6 sales into a 5-minute sales update. Nice, easy, bite-sized little bit of content. Someone can watch it, get the information they want from it, and then move on. And if they want to watch the next one on the next day, they can do. Or if, let's say, they've not necessarily got the time for it, then that's fine. But doing these shorter little videos, I think, will allow people to watch the videos and feel as if, for one, they've got something really good out of it. There's not necessarily a lot of rambling. Obviously, the rambling comes in shows like this, in the live shows that I do. So I've still got an outlet for that rambling, which I always do anyway. But yeah, I think that would be very, and I'd like to explore that. It's something that I would actually like to explore. So that would be exciting for me. But anyway, I'm going to move on because I've rambled for 20 minutes on that question already. You know what it's like. So then, you big teasers. I know, but I can't say it. I would honestly, I say everything on this channel. I say everything. But I not at the moment. I can't say it at the moment. I really can't. But it's very close. It'll only be another month or so off, or possibly a couple of months latest. Which sounds like a long time, but you know how quick a month goes. It's crazy. You say, "Oh God, is that 2 months off?" And you think, "Oh, hang on, it's here already." It's weird, isn't it? How quick it goes. We've got Sean in. Hi there, Sean. Rory in. Hi there, Rory. Couple of pickers in. Hi there, couple of pickers. Pigs can fly in. He's cool. Got quite a few regulars stopping in. We've got Z in. Hi there, Z. I don't know whether I said, but we've got Deb in as well. Fat Girl Sewing. Wow, loads of new people popping in right now. And BCP as well. 10 minutes minimum. You should at least get a kickback from having an advert. You work hard. Yeah, but you still get... I know what you're saying, Tracy, because obviously when you get to that 10 minutes, you get to put your mid-rolls in, and then you get... I don't know what, I don't know the percentage, but looking on my YouTube Studio app and then comparing, I'd say you probably get about 50% more, something like that, in ad revenue from being able to put that mid-roll in. I normally, if it's a 10-minute video, I'll normally put one mid-roll in because you don't want to overkill. And I know some of the big YouTubers who do a 10-minute video and they'll stick four adverts in there. And then every 2 minutes, the viewer has to click skip ad. It's ridiculous. Or has to sit through an advert. It's ridiculous. So when I'm doing a 10-minute video, I stick one ad in there. And yeah, and I would say I probably get about 50% more ad revenue. But if editing these short little videos will give me the necessary respite, because when I'm doing an editing project, let's say it's a long editing project, it can be a bit of a slog. And I know that I can just literally hit save and then close it down and continue it the next day. But I'm not like that. When I have a long editing project, well, actually with the ad show I was like that because they were really long projects. I had to edit them over 2 or 3 days. But, with, let's say, a 20-minute or 30-minute haul or vlog or whatever it may be, I can normally edit that in a few hours, but I want to edit it all in one go. And so I kind of hold myself to editing it all in one go, and then it becomes a bit of a grind. Towards the end of the editing stage, where I'm at that, the 20-minute mark, 25 minutes, I'm like, oh, let's get on. So that then I've finished it, kind of thing. And so if I do these little 5-minute videos, I've always got that little respite. I don't have to feel like it's a grind or a burden or anything like that. I'm thinking, right, 5-minute little chunk. And I'm sure at some point it'll become a grind. I'm sure I'll make some way of turning it into a grind anyway, because that's what I do best. But no, but for a good majority of the time, it'll be nice little segments. And I think, right, get out. And also, as I say, it's nice for people because, a lot of people don't have a lot of time necessarily. So, and I don't necessarily do the listing lives, because listing lives are a different kind of beast altogether. Because when you have a listing live, people are watching that while they're listing. So it doesn't really matter how long they are. But when you've got a sales update or a haul video, people that's maybe 20 minutes long, people feel compelled to watch the screen, and then it takes them away from the work. And then we think, oh, really, I should have been doing a bit of work, or I should have been focusing on this. But if you've got that nice little 5-minute sales update, 5-minute, haul or whatever, then it kind of means that people can watch it, sit down, absorb in it, but not feel too guilty afterwards, because they're like, well, you know what, I've watched that, it's cool. I'll go off and do something else. And as I say, if you want to watch the next day, they can watch the next day. And if they want to watch a full playlist of the videos that, let's say I do 20 that are 5 minutes long or whatever, and they want to watch a full playlist of them, then be my guest. But of course, they have that option there, and they have these nice little bite-sized nuggets of content that can essentially, they can come to and get informed on, and get the kind of educational value in terms of the sales or whatever it may be. And then if they so wish, they've still got Thursday talks, they've still got other live shows that I'll do for the more rambly or the more human perspective of it, rather than just the kind of short 5-minute videos that are more sort of sales haul, more straight to the point kind of thing. But yeah, I think it'd be something that I'm interested to kind of look into. But anyway, so right, let's have a look. I don't know how I do it. I've literally rambled for about 20 minutes on one question. I haven't a clue how I do this. Anyway, so when are they supposed? Oh, that's brilliant, Tommy. Tommy says, when are they supposed to start filming? No, it's not a TV show. Although I did get asked, I didn't get asked to do a TV show. I got asked, I told you this actually on a video a while back, but I got an email from someone saying, I'm a researcher for this TV network. I think it was a TV network. And no, it wasn't like a really big TV network, but it was a TV network on Sky or Freeview or whatever, further down the list. And we said I'm a researcher for it. And I guess they were kind of subtly implying that I could have a role in the TV show. I'm not sure. But yeah, but I got that ages ago. I didn't do anything with that, and I don't know. I actually forgot about it. I said it on that video. I got an email a few days before that video, and then I said it on the video, and then after that, it just went out my mind. But yeah, maybe I should have done something on that. But still, I don't think would they have paid me? Do you reckon they would have paid me? That would have been pretty cool if they had paid me. But I don't know. But yeah. That was that anyway. But no, it's not a TV show. It's nothing like that. It's nothing like that. Right, if you got any more questions, whack them in the old chat. You know the drill. I enjoy sales reviews recaps, but agree 10 minutes is a good time. Yeah, 10 minutes is a good time. That's why a lot of the YouTubers... Oh, got my tea here. Forgot about it. Oh, that's good. Yeah, 10 minutes is a good time. That's why a lot of YouTubers do 10 minutes. So... I mean, I think the shortest video I did was about a minute. It was about a minute and a half. It was a little poem, I think. Reselling poem thing or something. From now on, I pledge to have adverts longer than the actual video. I feel they will offer more value than watching actual content. Oh my God, that's brilliant. You can't even do adverts. Actually, no, can you do adverts longer than the actual video? I suppose if you put an ad, I don't even know whether you can put this many adverts in. But if you put an advert every 30 seconds and then an advert is 30 seconds long, that would be the same amount of time as the content. So I suppose if you put an advert in every 20 seconds, then that would be longer than the content. But I can't. That'd be brilliant. The most I ever put in, because I feel terrible. I feel terrible. I'm on my YouTube studio, right? And I see it there, I see the adverts bar, and I think I get tempted. I'm like, right, I could probably put a few more adverts in here because I mean, yeah, I get a bit more money. And so, you know, on a couple of occasions, I have done it. I've put an extra advert in there. But for the most part, I go off this rule. So I have this rule. So it's a 10-minute video. And this is interesting because some people who are YouTube content creators here, you know, resellers, you know, they might be able to share what they do with this if they'd like to. But what I do is if it's a 10-minute video, I'll put one mid-roll ad in. Then if it's anything over about 17 minutes, maybe 17 to 24 minutes, 25 minutes, I put 2 in. And then if it's over 25 minutes, let's say it's between 25 and 40 minutes, I'll put 3 in. And then if it's, let's say, 50 minutes or 45 minutes or longer, something like that, I'll put 4 in. Now, I see no harm in that because you watch for TV, you get on, you know, in an hour, you get, well, I don't watch for TV anymore. I just stream stuff. So I don't know exactly what the adverts are like on the TV these days. But you get 4 or 5 from what I recall when I was watching TV, 4 or 5 ad breaks in an hour. Now, the ad breaks on there, of course, are 5 minutes. So 4 ad breaks on a YouTube video in an hour that are actually not 5 minutes, that are usually about 30 seconds or a minute long, depending on, obviously, if you can skip them or whatever. But I see no harm in that. That's perfectly fine. 4 ads in there. Now, some people will probably turn around and say, oh, well, you know, it would be fine to put 6, 7, 8 in there because obviously, even if, let's say, you have an hour video, 60 minutes, if you put, you know, 7 in there, that's 1 every 8 minutes or so. And considering that these adverts are far less than TV ad breaks, you know, it's not so bad. But that's my rule. That's what I stick to. And that gives me, you know, I wouldn't say I earn a lot from YouTube, but it gives me, you know, it gives me what I want. I don't need to be thinking, oh, well, I'll put about 60 ads in there or whatever. But, you know, I'm happy with that. And also, I think it's nice because it gratifies myself on a moral standpoint as well. I feel good morally that I've kind of, you know, oh, yeah, I feel like I've not kind of just, well, you've not actually taken money off people because they don't pay for it. But I don't feel as if I've kind of just deceived people, that's it, or kind of I don't know what the word is. We'll go with deceive. I suppose deceives, it's not quite the right word, but it's similar to the right word that I'm thinking of, but we'll have to go with it because I forgot the other word. Yeah, anyway, so questions in the old chat. As I've said, we've got what have we got, 35 minutes left. Right, we've got 35 minutes left. You survive off super chats, and everyone watching on mobile. I've not seen I've not watched a couple of Z streams over Christmas or anything. To be honest, I've I've had a break from a lot of YouTube, to be honest, reselling YouTube over Christmas. So I'm not really seeing, but I don't know. He might get a few super chats, but I don't think he's going to be living off them. YouTube income is not good for small chat, even with a lot of super chats, because you think, what is it, 30%? Is it 20 or 30%? I still don't know this. I think it might be 30. I think it's 30% that YouTube takes. But now I think it's possibly 40. But if you're saying that 30%, so you get a $5 super chat. So what's 10% of a $5? That's 50. So that's £1.50 gone straight away, if not a little bit more, if it's 40%. So then you're left with $3.50. And then you're thinking, well, okay, that's not too bad. But then to make a living off it, because let's say you want to get 50 quid a day, right? I mean, and obviously this is aside from reselling now, this is just on YouTube, but you want to get 50 quid a day, right, in earnings. That's pre-tax. So you get 1,500 a month, like after tax. Well, I'm not going to work out after tax, but it's fair bit less than that. So you want that, right? 50 quid a day. So how are you getting that on YouTube? You'd need like, what, 80 quid a day in super chats? That's a lot. I mean, if you had a fairly decent sized channel, you could probably do it. I mean, I know some of the, there's a guy, a football channel, actually, my friends watch it. And I've seen some of the super chats. Oh my God, it's crazy. But he has about 500,000 subs. And he's constantly, I think in one of his streams, he must have got over 1,000 in super chats, or over 500 at least. So, you can get it, but I mean, that's a big channel. That's 500,000 subs. I would say really you'd have to have at least 50k subs to 100k subs to be, and doing streams pretty much every day as well, like literally doing a stream every day to be able to recoup that money. Of course, you have got the money from the pre-recordeds that you do, or let's say the ad revenue that you may get from the live streams. But, it can vary a lot. I mean, there's some of my videos that, let's say I've got 700-800 views on, and because the last video that I did was, didn't perform very well, the ad rate that I get for the video that, let's say, I've got 700-800 views on is a lot poorer than it normally is. So although it's got 700-800 views, I might only get a couple of dollars on it, or $1 of ad revenue. But then there's other times where a previous video to that video has done really well, and the next video might not do so well. It might only do 500, let's say 500 views or something. I mean, 500 views at this point in time is okay for me, because the last few weeks my channel's dipped a little bit in terms of the regular views that I'm getting. But that's my own fault for putting content that I wasn't watching my content as much as I should do. But anyway, that's beside the point. So another video might get 500 views, but it might do $4 or $5 in ad revenue because the previous video did really well. And as far as I'm aware, from a lot of what I've talked about with different people about YouTube, from what I've read on YouTube, from what I've looked at YouTube videos, or these YouTube experts as well, from what I've, all that collating, how well your previous video does affect the next video's ad revenue. So that's a kind of a thing with it as well. But yeah, you would need a lot. You'd need a lot of subs. You really would. And also, it's hard to define, because also you don't know how active those subs are. So there might be a channel with 50k subs, but we might only get 1,000 views on each video. Trust me, I've seen it. I follow a few channels. One channel has got 120,000 subs. On his videos, the maximum amount of views he ever gets is 5k, but mainly between about 2 and 3k. On 120,000 subscribers, he is getting between 2 and 5k views on each video. You can't really break past that. And so it really depends on how active your subs are. And if you've got a smaller base, then you've got less people who are able to donate, and therefore you can't get anywhere near that sort of 80 or 100 quid a day from super chats. And also, I'd say you'd have to be live streaming every day, because you'd have to get that £50 7 days a week, to be able to get over the 30 days 1,500, if that's, let's say, your target. So yeah, it is hard. It is really, really hard. But anyway, Gareth says, hi Ads, what crypto are you doing? I do also. You do great videos. Well done with you, very sign. I've said this before in videos in the past, and generally just on Steam. I have just looked into another cryptocurrency, but I'm not going to share that at the moment because there's a few little things with it that I'm not too taken on. And yeah, I don't want to necessarily share that because obviously if people go away, I'm a very risky guy. Let's just say that. I'm a very risky guy when it comes to investing. I've always been like that. I like risk. It just gets me going. You know, it gets you going, doesn't it, risk? So I don't want to share it. And then someone goes away and maybe they think that I'm some sort of guy who knows what he's talking about on crypto, which I'm not. And they go away and think, oh yeah, I'll buy a little bit of that, and then it ends up crashing or whatever. I don't know, but anyway, or they lose the money, they can't store it correctly or whatever, maybe the case. So I'm not going to say that, but yeah, Steam is the one I'm mainly in. I have a Steam account. In fact, it might even be below this video. Is it below this video? Oh no, wait, have I? Oh, I've not put the video description below, have I? Oh, I don't think I put the video description below. But yeah, I think it might be my Steam. It might be below. What? Not this video, but any other video on my channel. But yeah, so but that's the main one. I feel pretty even though we've been in a bear market for 2 years, and even though Steam has gone from $10 to now 12 cents, I kid you not, $10. All the way from $10 at its high to 12 cents, 98. What's that? 98% drop, isn't it, in price? I am still pretty confident on Steam, and that is, I don't know. I actually weirdly have this insane confidence. I've talked about this before, but I have this insane confidence inside myself that isn't wavered on failures or successes. So I don't know whether this is characteristic of an entrepreneur or whatever it may be. I don't really consider, I've talked about this in the past, I don't really consider myself an entrepreneur. Some people have said to me that I am, but I don't really feel it. But I've always had this weird, insane confidence in myself between successes and failures. So I've had a lot of failures, like loads and loads of failures, tons of failures, and I've had a few successes. Less successes than the failures, mind you. I don't know whether that says anything bad about me, really. I'm not sure. I'm not sure whether it's a good thing to have more failures than successes, because you hear a lot of these billionaires or millionaires or whatever say they had tons more failures than successes, but I don't know. But anyway, I've had loads and loads of failures, and I always just I just move on. I just do not care. Obviously I care when something's failing. But then what I'll do is I can have this, there's this moment in which I can detach myself. And then I'm just like, right, yeah, that's done, on to the next one. And I've lost money. I've lost a lot of money on things. I think it was one time I lost about $1,000 on something. Not necessarily just in crypto, although I did lose a lot of money in crypto as well. But yeah, but I mean, I lost 700 quid on a website one time a few years ago. I lost $1,000 sometime on some thing, I don't know. I actually, in terms of crypto as well, oh my god, I must have lost, I've lost a few thousand in crypto, aside from the depreciation in price. So of course I still hold my assets within crypto, so to me it's not like I've lost the money, because you know, obviously when the market rebounds it'll just go back up. So until you sell, you've not necessarily fully lost. It's actually a bit weird, that statement, because it's not necessarily true, because if something just goes down to zero and then you've not sold it, you have actually lost. So it's, you know, there's two sides to that saying. But with the cryptocurrencies that I'm in, I'm happy with them and I feel that they're going to go up. So therefore, to me, I've not really lost. But aside from that depreciation in value of my assets, you know, aside from that, I have genuinely just lost money in crypto as well. So, you know, I've lost a lot of money, and so I just have this confidence. I just rebound. I just, right, this didn't work, try something new. Right, this didn't work, try something new. Right, this didn't work, try something new. And then there's also themes that I have that are consistent. So I would say, in my personal opinion, and this is possibly more biased of myself, I would say that Thursday Talks is partially a failure. Because if I were to have understood that this isn't working, this live stream isn't working, then I would have moved on and I would have created something new that would have actually benefited the channel more. But what I've done instead is continued with Thursday Talks. It's always stayed, always, forever, for the last 4 years, between 250 and 500 views. There's probably 1 or 2 episodes of Thursday Talks that have maybe hit 700 or 800 views. But that, in views terms and in YouTube content creation terms, and in line with my subs on my channel and everything, that is a failure. I should have logically closed down Thursday Talks 2-3 years ago. And I wasn't aware of this for a while. It took me a while to actually realize, hang on, logically I shouldn't be doing this. But when I got that realization, I thought, well, yeah, but hang on a minute. There's very many ways that you can define success and failure. And so, yes, it is, in my eyes, very much a failure in terms of views and in terms of getting anywhere with it and all that sort of stuff. But also it's a failure logically, but emotionally it's a success, because emotionally the amount of support and love and friendship and happiness and everything that I've got out of Thursday Talks over the years, it's way beyond success. It's way beyond whatever I could have imagined and could have been fulfilled by. So therefore, there is also other ways you can define success and failure. It's not necessarily black or white specifically. Obviously, in certain cases, it is black or white, but there's other areas where it's a bit more grey, or emotion comes into it, or empathy or sympathy comes into it, all these different human things that we have, or possibly the black and the white can be swapped around. So in one regard, you can look at it as a complete failure, but then on another regard, in another kind of black or white way, you can look at it as a complete success. It really depends on your viewpoint, and again, how you are actually looking at it, and what parameters you're setting around it. So yeah, but that's that anyway. That's a little bit about the crypto stuff. I had an advert last week that was 28 minutes long. My God, that's crazy. That is. DB Resources in. Hi there. Let me go down. Oh, wait 1 sec. I need to go up again. Oh, where are we? Blooming hell, I've missed a lot of chat here. Where? Oh, there we go. Blooming hell, that was, yeah, trying to scroll up then. The problem with ads is I keep getting the same 3 annoying ones. I've tried playing them to the end and or clicking them to see if I can get fresh ones, but no. Well, you see, I have to come clean here because I serve ads to people on my channel. You know, obviously I click the little ads button and, place my ads in there. But I'm one of those people who, for very many years now, probably 5 years, 6 years, 6 years or so, I don't know, a long time anyway, before it became very, very popular. Nowadays, it's really, really popular. Everyone uses it. But I've always used ad blocker, and I've never do ads. I'd hate ads. I think they're the most ridiculous. You shouldn't have ads on the internet. The internet is a place for freedom, expression. If I had my way, the internet wouldn't be regulated in any way. I mean, it kind of isn't regulated that much, but in another way, it is regulated quite a lot. There's I suppose, on different websites and all the rest of it, but yeah, but if I had my way, it wouldn't be regulated. I would run it for the people, by the people, all the rest of it. But of course, I'm going to say that because I like crypto, and crypto is all about, not being regulated and all that sort of stuff, and being able to express yourself freely and do what you want online and all the rest of it. Now, of course, there are problems with that because you get into ethical or moral debates in terms of, well, there's certain nefarious activities that can start going on if you don't have the regulation. So, of course, there's a very, very strong counter argument to my kind of desire to have something not regulated, and obviously we're not going to go into that, but yeah, but I just have ad blockers, so I don't ever see ads. So anyone who's like, on YouTube, if they've got ads on there, I'm just like, yeah, but I've got ad blocker, so sorry, I'm not going to give you any money for it because I've got my ad blocker on. So yeah, just turn ad blocker on. I mean, I'm shooting myself in the foot saying that because I'm pretty sure you don't get money. You don't get paid for the view if someone has ad blocker on, but just have ad blocker on. It's easy, it's easier. And it's a simple download. You just go on Google, type in ad blocker, install it on your Chrome. It's like literally takes 20 seconds, and then you're free of ads. So yeah, and I know that a lot of people know that, but I suppose there are a few people who don't know that anymore, or just don't want to have it. Some people, I guess, don't want to actually have the thing on the Chrome as an extension. I don't know why, but I'm sure there's some reasons that people don't like having it there. Anyway, let's go down because I'm missing quite a few of the chat here. It's mainly just people chatting, so that's okay. There's not really many questions or anything. Right. Tracy, is your voice better now? Oh, was Tracy's voice, was it flu or cold or sore throat or something? Because yeah, that's been, oh god, so many people have been having colds and flus and everything. Crazy. I've had it very mildly. I've had it very, 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 very mild. And yes, it did warrant that amount of berries. Very, very, very mild sore throat. And then sneezing a little bit more than regular, but I've kind of avoided it, to be honest. I've been pretty good, so it's been all right. Right then, that's what happens when you buy subs to flex, but end up flaccid. Oh, you mean in relation to the whole 50,000 subs thing or 100,000 subs? And then no, that guy didn't buy subs or anything. He got big, and then all his viewers basically just left him. Like I have never known it. You know, obviously people have these worries. YouTubers have these worries that viewers are just going to leave them and they're just not going to watch anymore. And I think possibly from time to time, I've had that a little bit. But of course, I've got a smaller channel, so it's not like there's going to be many people who are leaving me. But obviously, bigger YouTubers that have that. And for the most part, it's just, you know, it's a stupid little fear that doesn't amount to anything. But actually, in this one case, a lot of this guy's viewers did leave him, like just, you know, over the months, just literally unsubscribed or didn't even unsubscribe, but, you know, just left him and didn't watch anymore. And so his views just started to go down and stuff. And I saw it over months and months. And there was one point he was having, you know, he might have been getting 50k views on a video, 60k views. Obviously, in his heyday, some of his videos were going 100k, 200k, 250k views. But as I started to get into it more and more, it was like, you know, 50k, 45k, 40k, 50k, that sort of stuff. And then it would go down, go down, and go down. And this was 2 years ago now, because I've been watching him 2 years. And then now, as I say, he's between 2 and 5k. And literally, he was on 45k, 50k, you know, all the rest of it 2 years ago. And it's crazy. I've never known it. But yeah, that was weird. But yeah, anyway, that's that. Yeah, like Steam, I lost my... No, it's not Steam as in S-E... S-T-E-A-M. It's Steam as in S-E... S-T-E-E-M. That's what Steam is. That's it, ads. Just believe hard enough. What? Believe... Oh, right, yeah. Oh, right, yeah. I don't know if that's sarcastic or not, but... No, I'm just I'm confident, without using the word believe again, right? I'm just confident in the project. I'm confident in the investment. And we've got quite a few things in the works, actually, that they're integrating into their site. I mean, the site has over, actually, I don't even know, it might be more. It might be probably about 1.3, 1.4 million members now. But it had months and months back when I last checked. I'd not checked in months, obviously, but it had 1.05 million members on the site and stuff. So, you know, and it's been running 3 years now. Actually, almost this summer, it'll be 4 years. The site's been running and stuff. And, you know, the blockchain's been the same age as that. You know, the project itself is solid. It's a really, really good project, and I'm behind it. And so when you're behind something, you kind of think, well, you know, I'm going to stick it out. And I wouldn't say I'm as deluded as I was a year or two ago with crypto. I think a year or two ago, I was very, very deluded with it. And I was very under the illusion that I'm going to make tons of money and everything with it. Now I'm more like, right, I think with this thing, I'm pretty confident that this thing is going to pay off for me. But it's going to be a long-term thing. I don't think this is going to be, you know, this short-term thing that just goes up and makes a lot of money. It's awesome and all the rest of it. And as I say, it's more about the actual site, what the site can offer, the project can offer, what it can offer to the online community at large, as well as an alternative from things like YouTube or things, I don't know, things like Facebook and stuff like that, or Reddit as well. And so with that in mind, and that kind of greater understanding in mind, I kind of think, well, you know what, I'm behind it, and therefore, yeah, it might only go up a little bit. It might literally go up by 30%, 40% or whatever, or it might go right back up to the all-time highs at some point in the future, you know, whenever that may be down the line. But I'd be happy, really, even if it could go to, you know, 50%, 100% of what it is now. I'd be fairly happy, because that would get me about $60, $70 a month in passive income. So about 50 quid a month. And I'm happy with that. The site's not going anywhere. So, you know, not certainly in the short to medium term. Obviously, I don't know about the long term, but the short to medium term, it's cool, it's stable, it's fine. And so, therefore, I kind of think, well, I'd be all right with that. I'd be pretty all right with that. And then just get me a little passive income each month. And then if I want to sell it at some point, I can sell it at some point. But I do like the passive. I like the passive income thing. Not necessarily to just sit down doing nothing with the passive income, because that's just stupid, but to get the passive income and then filter it into something else, like a bit, you know, filter the passive income into an active income thing, and then build the active income thing up, and then filter the active income back into another passive income thing, and then you get 2 bits of passive income. I've said this for ages. I'm not going into it again because I've talked about it so many times. We don't have failures. We have learning experiences. Yeah, very true. That's definitely. Oh, it's funny you should say that as well, Peter. But yeah, it's very true, Stu. You know, you just have. I just literally. Thursday Talks is not yours to close down. It's ours as the chat. Oh yeah, and if I just didn't do it next week, who's gonna stop me? No one can stop me doing that. Yeah. So. Where was Peter's question, man? I've lost Peter's question. There. How's the beard growth going? Not very well. You can. I mean, actually, obviously, I'm shaving again now. I've stopped bothering growing this little tuft here. But it's not brilliant. It really isn't. I want it. I want the beard so much, but yeah. Just make sure you don't download ad blocker by mistake. Oh, brilliant. That's funny. Right then. I don't think there's anything else in the chat. Oh, did Jasmine ask a question up the chat? I don't know. She just put question marks in. I don't know. Maybe. I hope I've not missed any questions. I've kind of just gone down the chat quite quick. Oh, there we go. BCP's put my Steemit link in there. HTTPS. Why am I reading it? That was automatic. That was. Yeah, steemit.com/@adsrobinson. I don't put anything on there. I've not posted in ages, but I'm kind of just taking my passive income from it at the moment and getting me 5 Steam a day, or 5.64 Steam a day. And yeah, well, actually, I got 5.64 yesterday. It fluctuates between sort of 5 and 5.5 Steam. But yeah, I'm just kind of taking that at the moment. Right then. There was something on this chat that I saw, but where's it gone now? Oh yeah, I was just looking to see if Jasmine had put a question in there, but I don't think so. I don't think she has. Didn't you just say Thursday Talks wasn't a financially a success, but no ads and you don't watch them? No, I don't know what you mean by that, but no, I don't. I put ads on Thursday Talks, but I don't watch ads on other channels because I've got ad blocker on my computer. But that doesn't restrict me from putting ads on the YouTube video that's currently streaming here. So yeah, but no, it still isn't like financially or views wise a success, really, in my opinion. But that's always me, it's kind of that striving element in yourself. You always want more. You always want more. You always want more. So therefore, there's no logical or hard and fast line of what is a success or a failure, because it can be so different for everyone. It's so obscure. You know, let's say someone who had a channel or has a channel now of 100 subs, and they're getting 10, 20 views on their videos or their streams. They would look at me and think, oh, 300 views on a stream or 400 views on a stream. That's awesome. He's made it into a success. But then I'm, let's say, in another position where I'm looking at someone else and they're saying, well, they've got, you know, let's say, I'm not thinking of anyone particular here, but let's just say some random person. I'm looking at them and thinking, oh, yeah, wouldn't it be good to get to, let's say, 1,000 views a stream or this views a stream? But then when you get to that, you constantly think, yeah, but it's still not a success. I'm still feeling like it's not a success. And therefore, you're wanting more on that. And then you think, oh, well, I've got to get to 10,000 views now. And then I've got to get to 100,000 and 1 million. So where does it really stop? So then you level with yourself and you think, well, actually, I've got to be grateful and happy for what I've built here, regardless of number of views or finances or anything like that. Just the very human perspective of it, be interacting with people, be enjoying the company of the chat, be enjoying of the stream as well. And that's that, and leave it at that, essentially. Yeah, anyway, let me go down. I've had a bit more chatting here, so Peter, it looks like a windy day may have blown it off. Oh, it's brilliant. I'm sure Ads had a few hairs. Yeah, I had a few. I had a few there. Literally not many at all, but I did have a few. Hey Ads, how's the mug shot? Well, I've not got it. I've not got it today, actually, George. But yeah, it is very nice. It is a very nice mug, I have to say. I put that thing on Instagram, and I couldn't help but put that thing on Instagram because, my God, that mug was... I got it and I thought, bloody hell, that's a really well-made mug. And the design on it was really, honestly, was incredibly well printed. I was amazed when I looked at the design. I thought, bloody hell, that's a really well-printed design. But yeah, I am using it quite often, actually, and I very much like it. In fact, I think my mum's had it a couple of times as well for a cup of tea. Because we have all our mugs, you know, all in... I suppose this is what everyone does. I've always made the counter argument of why don't we just all have one mug each? But I suppose then you're washing it anyway. And even if you had a lot of mugs, you know, you're washing all the mugs, but then obviously you don't necessarily have to wash one mug every single time you use it because you've got plenty of mugs in the cupboard that are all clean. But still, I'm still not sure on the whole mug situation and how I'm going to work it when I have my own house, because then I think, oh, well... maybe I'll do the one mug thing, but then probably after a while I'll think, oh yeah, but I want to do the multi-mug thing. So I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, so it's in there. So my mum's had a go of it a couple of times, I think. I'm nearly 40 and still can't get much facial hair to grow at all. Oh no, don't say that. I'm going to be waiting forever now. I want it. I really want a good bit. You know, I really do want a good beard. I mean, a tash there. Just one of them nice beards, you know, and not... just a nice beard, just a nice one, you know, nice modern kind of beard with a nice little tash. Oh, it'd be good. I've wanted it for... You don't know how long I've wanted a beard. I've wanted a beard since probably 15 or 16. I started thinking, oh, I'd love to grow a beard. And I've always, the last few years at least, I've been really passionate about wanting a beard. And I just can't do it. It won't grow. It just won't grow. Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame. How did you go on with watching Star Wars ads? Oh, I did do all of the Star Wars, actually. I watched 1 to 6. I've got to do the others, the Rogue One, the Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, things like that. But yeah, I did 1 to 6. Hands down, and I've only watched the Star Wars, probably watched the prequels twice before this watch I did. And then I probably watched the original trilogy only once before this watch I did. So, obviously now I've watched the prequels possibly about 3 times, you know, the full prequels, and then the full trilogy, original trilogy, twice. But I kind of always I said it actually as well on the stream with me and Andrew talking about this a few weeks ago. I said, I've always kind of gravitated towards, I think I said it on the stream. It might have been after the stream. I'm not sure. But I did say to Andrew, I've kind of always gravitated towards the prequels because obviously I was born around the time of the prequels, and when we were possibly, I don't know, maybe we were on TV a few years later, so because I didn't go to the cinema to watch them. Maybe we were on TV a few years later, or maybe I got the DVD or something, I'm not sure. But I remember watching them, and therefore I kind of had a little bit of connection with them. But my God, hands down, the original trilogy is way better. And I know I'm not saying anything new there. I mean, 90% of people say that. 95% of Star Wars fans will say, oh yeah, original trilogy, definitely. But when I watched all 6, and I watched them over the course of about 9 days, 10 days, so literally almost one a night, and without really much of a break. And I really saw the difference, and I thought, wow, that original trilogy is so good. So yeah, I have to say the original trilogy was awesome. And if I watch Star Wars again, I very much may be tempted just to not watch the originals, or sorry, not the originals, not watch the prequels, or possibly just skip Phantom Menace and watch maybe Attack. See, I'm not saying the prequels are bad; they were all right, but in line with the original, there's no comparison. There really isn't. So I might stop watching the Phantom Menace and watch Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith. Oh no, that is a blooming PORN title. That is, oh my God, Revenge of the Sith. Oh God, I could be one of them PORN directors, I could, or writers. My God, if I'm thinking of things like that. Revenge of the Sith. What a bloody good title that is, Revenge of the Sith. Oh my. Anyway, so I don't even know where that came from. Anyway, so Revenge of the Sith, not stiff, Sith. But yeah, there might be a Freudian slip that I don't know. And Google Freudian slip, that'll make you laugh. In reference to what I'm talking about. But yeah, so I enjoyed them, and I might just not watch them. God, it's getting hot in here as well. Bloody hell. I've got you know what I've got on? This bloody thick jumper as well. But no, so I'll probably just skip Phantom Menace and watch Attack of the Clones and the Sith one. So yeah, that'd be interesting. But I am definitely going to watch them again, and I really enjoyed the original. So let me have a look down the chat again. People have been commenting. I better get going in a minute as well. We're at 57 minutes, 56 minutes. No, not 56, 58. I'm going the wrong way. 58. Beard growth is a myth. Shaving for beard growth is a myth. I actually couldn't grow a beard and use something called minoxidil for a year. Now I have a full beard. Ooh, that's what I was looking for, right? Literally, I was looking for something like that. I was looking for some sort of speed beard thing. This is good. This is like The Simpsons, where Homer has that. What's it called? Oh, I forgot what it's called. Male pattern hair loss. Ooh. Anyway, yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? So yeah, that's that. Let me just go back to StreamYard. Here we go. Yeah, but that's off The Simpsons, isn't it? That what's it called? The thing that Homer uses to get his. It's not a beard. It's his hair, isn't it? I forgot it, but I used to love The Simpsons. I watched that episode loads. That was funny, though. Question, what did you think of the New Year Doctor Who? I haven't watched it yet because, so far as I am aware, and I might be wrong on this, I'm not 100% sure, but the first episode is part 1 of a 2-parter. Now, I don't like watching part 1 of a 2-parter so long as I can't, if I can't watch part 2 straight away, I'm not watching it. So, if it is a 2-parter, which it might be, it might not, I'm not sure. But if it is, I'm waiting till next week, and then I'm going to watch them both back to back on the no, wait, hang on. What day will it be on? Is it on the Sunday or the Saturdays? I'll have to Google it. Whenever the next part comes on, anyway, I'll then watch the 2 parts consecutively, because I'm not watching part 1 and then part 2. I'm not waiting a blooming week for the next part. I'm not doing that. I don't have that. they try and coach you in. You see, this is what they do. These blooming producers or whatever, you say, oh yeah, we're gonna do this as a 2-part, because then what it'll do is it'll make people come back the next week. You have to wait that week, and we really want to come back. Well, you know what I'm gonna do? I am gonna come back, obviously, because I'm gonna watch both parts anyway. But I'm not blooming being left on a cliffhanger by these producers or by these script writers. I'm just going to literally watch it all in one go and say, way, I've kind of tricked you and watched it all in one go, because that's a lot better. And it means that I can actually watch it, the entire thing, and think, right, I've got a conclusion on this, because I do not like being held on a cliffhanger and have no conclusion for a week. It drives me up the wall. And yeah, okay, it might be... obviously it might be a little bit of that suspense and wanting to know. And yeah, there is probably some of that in there. But also, it's just annoying. It's not necessarily just, oh yeah, the suspense and it's exciting and all the rest of it, which is what we're going for, obviously. But it's just annoying. It just generally frustrates me that I have to wait a week. Why can't you just do it all in one or something? It just annoys me. I mean, yeah, fair enough. If that is what they're going for, if they're going for the angle of annoying their audience, then yeah, they've got what we wanted out of the 2-part, or out of the cliffhanger of the 2-parter. But I think really what we're going for is a little bit of suspense or build up or whatever, or excitement from the person, not necessarily just frustration or annoyance. And that's what I get from it. So instead, I've learned my lesson over the years, of course, of watching 2-parters and doing it the way of watching it one week and then waiting the next week. But I've learned my lesson. I just think, right, you know what? I'm not watching it. I'm not giving them the satisfaction of that cliffhanger. I'm just literally waiting until the next week and watching it all in one go. And there you go. I don't have any frustration or annoyance in having to wait till the next week. It just annoys me. Anyway, I know I could rant about that for ages, but it does just annoy me. It really does. Yeah. Can you go live soon? I need entertainment all day. You need entertainment? Oh, yeah, it's 2 o'clock or something for you, isn't it, Tracy? I always forget about time differences. Right then. Rogue One is set before episode 4. New Hope, yeah. Yeah, well, I think I've heard Rogue One of being pretty decent. Solo, I think Andrew said on the stream, isn't brilliant. I think he said about that one, but yeah, I don't know. I think Andrew said that it was the death of Solo, Han Solo, but he don't know whether he said that he didn't. Anyway, I'm kind of trying to speak for him here. I shouldn't try and speak for him, but yeah, I can't remember what he said, but he said one of them wasn't brilliant. Anyway, I just don't know which. Oh, Last Jedi, that one might have been the one he said wasn't brilliant. I'm not sure. Ads, don't spill the bottle of Acme Speed Beard into your lap. Oh god. Oh no. Oh, I just got that. Oh my god, no. Oh god. It's a 2-parter, ends on a cliffhanger. Well, I'm not watching it, Lucy. I am not watching it. I am waiting till next week. When is it back on? Someone tell me when it's back on. Actually, I'm going to Google it. Doctor Who next episode. Because you can't do it on a Wednesday again. It'll have to be on Sunday, won't it? Oh, no, wait. Wednesday 1st. Oh, yeah, Wednesday 1st of January. Oh, Sunday 5th of Jan. Good. So I've only got another 3 days wait. So I've only got 3 days wait for that now, and then I can watch both of them. You see, that'll be cool. Right then, Z didn't do a bin haul today. Were they dry, Z? Were they dry? Right, that's everything in the chat anyway. So I'll leave it there, guys. Don't forget Saturday, the old new show coming on. Everyone will be excited for it. I think everyone's going to be hyped up for the new reselling show. I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm doing a Mr. Burns excellent kind of thing. But no, a new show. Yeah, it's going to be good. It is going to be good. Be there on Saturday. I don't know what time, possibly 7 or 8. We'll say 7. How about 7:30 for 8? No, I don't know. 7 or 8 anyway. So 7 or 8, new show. It's going to be cool. Make sure you're here. Obviously, US time, that'll be... Well, if it's 7, it'll be 1 in the afternoon. If it's 8, it'll be 2 in the afternoon. If it's 7, it'll be 2 in the afternoon. If it's 8, it'll be 3 in the afternoon, depending where you are. But yeah, it'll be cool. So join in the old chat then, and we will do some real reselling. So anyway, I'll leave it there, and yeah, see you very soon.